There's a $20 bill in your wallet that Saudi Arabia will accept for oil, that China will take for electronics, and that a street vendor in Bangkok will grab without hesitation. It's printed in America. Most of the world isn't American, and yet everyone wants it. The Brazilian real works in Brazil. The Japanese yen works in Japan. But the dollar works everywhere. That accident of history has given the US a superpower no empire or gold ever could: the power to borrow without consequences, punish without firing a shot, and print money while the rest of the world picks up the tab. In 1944, at Bretton Woods, the Allies chose the US dollar as the world's reserve currency. When countries trade globally, the dollar sits in the middle of nearly every transaction. In 1971, President Nixon killed the gold standard. The dollar became fiat currency, valued because people believed it had value. Even then, the dollar stayed on top. Today, roughly 60% of all foreign currency reserves are held in US dollars. About 88% of foreign exchange transactions involve the dollar. Central banks buy US Treasury bonds for safety. Economists call this the exorbitant privilege. If you're Turkey or Argentina and your economy stumbles, you borrow in dollars, risking spiraling debt. The US borrows in its own currency, prints dollars as needed, and cannot default unless it chooses to. Oil, gold, copper, and natural gas are priced in dollars, creating constant global demand. Money flows back into the American financial system. When the US imposes sanctions, it can freeze assets and block transactions worldwide because every major bank needs dollars. This happened to Iran, Russia, Venezuela, and North Korea. China, India, and Saudi Arabia have noticed. Efforts to reduce dollar dependence include the petro-yuan, BRICS discussions on a common currency, and record gold purchases. Replacing the dollar is hard. The euro is fragmented, the yuan lacks global trust, and the yen is too small. The US Treasury market is the deepest and most liquid in the world. Dollar dominance rests on trust, not infinite trust. The US runs enormous deficits. The dollar's share of global reserves has slowly declined. If the dollar loses reserve status, borrowing costs would explode, inflation would spike, and global trade would collapse. The world resents the dollar, but needs it. America benefits, but takes it for granted. The future might bring a slow drift toward multiple currencies, a messier but potentially more stable system. Next time you hold a dollar, remember what it represents: power, leverage, and the ability to shape global events without firing a shot. The question isn't if the system will change, it's what happens when it does.